Yeah. That's actually kind of impressive. I wasn't expecting to make money on that. It's more valuable to scrap it for supplies, really? 18 supplies, 18 fuel, and 4 heavy machinery. You know what? You're absolutely correct. No, wait. So 4,200 credits. Like 18 supplies. Well, no, not really. Not really at all. Even if you include the heavy machinery. Well, the heavy machinery is a little bit more expensive, but no. Absolutely. Absolutely not. So, let's get rid of you. But it's good to know that we would have gone a little bit out of it, but yeah. 1,000% no. Let's be rid of you. Alright. Let's be on our way then. That was a nice little job. It's basically victimless crime. We didn't lose relationship with anyone for it. About as good as that could go. Improved by 1. We traded with them favorably. There we go. I also stole a ship from you, but you're too dumb to realize. Gotta love the hegemony. What are you? Cargo pods that I probably dropped there. I mean, I could pick them up at this point, but there's no reason to. I really like that the music changes as you go through a nebula. It actually mutes a little bit. Tiny little details like that, you know. Yeah, we're gonna go in here. Right, let's go and get ourselves a little bit of. There's a scavenger there. We want over here. We want to go and grab ourselves a little bit of fuel, sell off the organics and volatiles we've got, and then we're heading off to Umbra. I know, I've said so many times, hey, yeah, no, absolutely, we're totally going to take care of the scanning that system. Top of my priority list. I know. But here we are. Right. I'm just going to straight up sell all of these on the open market. It's fine. Then we are going to buy a stupendous amount of fuel. Americano Sports, hello mate. Thank you very much for the 6 months. 6 months? So glad to be a dapper dragon link. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're not going to grab extra crew. There's no point. But what I can do is grab a goodly amount of fuel. I can pretty much take all of their fuel. And still I'll receive a little bit of cash. I'm alright with this, sure. Is there anywhere cheaper? Maybe don't buy all of it? I thought it was meant to tell me when it changed unit price, but apparently no. Huh. Oh. I don't understand that. Let me just confirm that one first and then try and get some... No, it's always 27. Oh well, that's fine. Local deficit on supplies, which is an interesting one. I guess I could spare some, but honestly, it'd be better for me to go to Umbra and sell supplies there. In fact, I mean, that's one of the better routes. Because you can just go to Syndra, buy a stupid amount of supplies, and then sell them at Umbra. And then buy the contract of a bunch of workers and sell them at Syndra. And back and forth, back and forth. It's an amazing route. Because Umbra almost always has a surplus. Sell them at Voltron rather, but it's in the same system. All right, let's plot a course. But first, let's go down to the dockside bar. Haranguing the officials about increased pride rates. I'm not going to get involved with that one. Go over to the man with the paper book and see what he wants. Oh, it's our friend, the historian. Yeah, Nachiketa produces fuel, so has nearly no shift in pricing, yeah. Okay, welcome. I've got something here that I think you'll find very interesting. Your actions over the past several cycles have caused quite a stir in certain corners, and I took it upon myself to look into your history, as it were. Here, let me transfer the synopsis. Your tripod chimes softly. A new program is ready to be installed. Epictetus Olympus. History. Thank you. This is a fascinating and not at all alarming. Now, what do you have for me? The possible location of a blueprint. Hurricane Merv launcher. Ooh, some promising leads. No, I will totally take this. Thank you very much. I've got story points to spend. Alright. Well, now that we've got that, we'll be able to look for that later. Alright, let's head out. Because as someone pointed out, where there is one blueprint, there is quite often more stuff as well. So what we're banking on is the Hurricane Merv launcher. I actually am very happy to have. I probably would have gone for that just purely for that one blueprint. However, it's the other things we're going to find there. I love how cozy this game is. Yeah, it is actually pretty good, isn't it? Right, let's head to hyperspace. And off we go. Okay. I mean, supply-wise, it's not the greatest for us. Let's be honest. But we can always go and raid some Luddic Path base for supplies if we really want to. And we might do that actually. Let's try and skim around this. Hello. Bounty hunters, that's fine. And in here, thread the needle if we can. Around this area of space, pretty much everything is fairly nailed down. Right. Time for us to go to... Umbra's there, closer to there, anyway. Let's go to sorry, not Volton. Syndra. We're going to pick up supplies. Yep. Pirate fleet. Not too much of a concern for me for right now. They're going to get absolutely blatted by the Syndria Dictat. Castle Goat forever! Hey, CK Twist, how you doing, mate? Thank you very much for the resub there. Second month, best month. Right, okay, so first and foremost, let's check out what's going on down here. Walk over to the shadowy booth to join the woman with the perfect posture. From a shadowy booth, a conspicuous, nondescript woman sitting with perfect posture catches your eye and gives what might be a small nod. Although without insignia or uniform, you instantly tag the woman as military. It's the boots. They can never give up the mil-spec boots. Captain Epictetus Olympus, she says. You are known to my organization as a capable and discreet operative. I'm authorized to propose a simple mission for you to carry out. Payment would consist of 47,000 credits upon completion. As for the operation, she continues as if briefing a cadet, enter a standard orbit of Kotal in the Astlan system. Then deploy the spy satellite package. It is critical that no patrols be tracking your fleet at this stage. Once deployed, the spy sat has stealth capabilities which make detection unlikely. Simple. Of course, my organization could not risk carrying out this mission with flagged vessels. That is why we have come to you. Do you accept? Well, let's have a quick look. Right next to a ring, so I could hide in the ring stealthed and wait for the right... of course it has to be on the other bloody side of it, doesn't it? Ugh. The other issue is that the Astlan relay is right there. There's the sensor array that I could use to... I might be able to create some kerfuffle with this. Crazy Ivan. Wow, Nomoria brings back memories. It does, doesn't it? I would be able to activate the sensor array to cause sensor false positives, which would pull away picket ships, but it'll never pull all of them away. That would be such a pain in the backside to do, so I'm going to have to decline. As much as I want to improve my relation with them, I can't. Not that one. That would just be a pain in the backside. Massive, massive pain in the backside. Right. I would like to buy a stupendous amount of these. Actually, first, let me see. How much do the Umbra Pirates want? They want 2,250. They're willing to pay 166 credits. I will buy 1,000. Actually, let's go until the unit price changes. So 300, I guess, is all I'm going to buy. Alright, well, that's fair enough. Actually, no, we may as well grab more or less everything. We won't go as high as that. We'll go up to 18, sure. 1,000. It'll cost me 118,000. I'm paying almost 30 grand. There are times when being an above board trader really hard. My lord. It is very difficult to stay legit sometimes. Death and taxes, indeed. But every time we make a legit trade like that, we improve their faction standing with us just a little bit. Just a little bit, and that's all I needed. Just a little bit better every time. Eventually, it won't be bad anymore. Now, it would be awful if we got over here and they had their ships picketing this area, but it doesn't look like they do. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're actually engaged in a fight, and so trying to get to Umbra is a pain in the backside. But oh, Spark Check. Degraded shields has been improved. Let's have a look. Oh, there we are. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we'll be getting you set up shortly. Hey, this game looks great. Are there similarities to other space games you've played? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Magligum? I have no idea. I do apologize if I just butchered it. This game has a lot of parallels to quite a few games, actually. Probably the strongest parallels would be to games that likewise have a kind of focus on the ships and ship combat, but also a degree of like sandbox nature, so you can pursue other things like being a trader or building up factories, factions. So you could make comparisons to games like the X franchise, to like maybe a bit to Privateer the Darkening, but whereas this is more two-dimensional strategy, whereas like things like Privateer and the likes are much more first-person-y. That's true of the X franchise as well. We were talking earlier about Space Rangers. It's got a lot of parallels to that. But yeah, Aavak makes a very good point, and this is a analogy that I've used before. It's Space Mountain Blade. Is there anyone you can suggest a game at me? James, if you are on the Dapperdell Discord, you can. If you're not already, you can type !Discord. There is a game suggestion channel. When you pop in there, if you say hello in the general chat, one of the Archons will get you smurfed, which is our way of saying give you the dappling role, which will give you full access to all of the channels. We keep it that way just so that someone can introduce themselves. You don't need to talk a lot. You just need to say hi, then they'll notice that you've not got the dappling role, and we'll get that sorted. That's just a bot protection. But yeah, we've got a game suggestion channel that you can pop your suggestions in. Imagine if ship building was Avorian levels. It's hard to imagine that's kind of crazy levels. But let's go ahead and do a trade. Hello. I am not going to give you loads of money, no. I will, however, give you a decent amount here. 164,000. I can go and buy more in a bit. I would like... How many does Voltron need? Voltron doesn't need any more. Oh, that makes me sad. I can still sell them for a decent amount. They've got a demand of 1,500. So let's get 1,000. In fact, I'm going to take all the rest as well because I actually need the manpower myself. And while we're here, we'll just confirm that. It's a decent earning there. Let's drop off all of these. You can then re-equip as necessary. That I can sell to someone else, though. My lord, we've got some good gubbins in here. We've got some very good gubbins in there, actually.
Looking dapper.
Right, I would like to sell you this for 2k. Finally found the space to watch my favorite Twitch star. I hope Starsector is a blast. It is super fun. I am having an amazing time with it so far. Absolutely amazing. Right, so we've got a bunch of stuff to quickly go and sell. Local deficit here. Voltron also wants to buy these for a decent amount. But sadly, so does Umbra. There's not much markup to make on those. Oh, Voltron would also like to get some Marines. So we want 200 Marines.
Dapper.
Right. We're going to want to be over there. Let's head down to the dockside bar, though, and see if there's much going on. Hey, Merlin Rafiki, how you doing, buddy? It's neat to see your serve as a Discord partner one as well. Yeah, it's actually been a Discord partner since, what, for years now. I've got the Discord hoodie and everything.
Looking dapper.
Oh, Revenge, that's very kind of you. Diolch yn fawr iawn for the gift sub. You've been very, very generous tonight. All of the Dapplings have been generous tonight. What a lovely stream this has been.
Looking dapper.
Absolutely wonderful stream. I hope you've all been enjoying. I can only assume you have been, given the amount of gift subs you've been giving out. Right, let's have a look at a flashy dressed man wearing a partial salvage rig festooned with shining trophies pushes past you and buys around for the entire bar. Sure. I'm celebrating. He leans close. A new find. He lifts his drink and turns, grinning. Drink, drink, to my good fortune. Enthusiasm for the self-toast is only moderate, though a crew of spacers well into their off-shift shouts encouragement. He downs the drink while the spacers hoot, then turns back to you. You look like you know your way through a jump point, he says, lowering his voice once more. I know the location of a Kite S blueprint. And so could you for the price of 15,000 credits. Just need to hop over with your fleet and take it. I'd go myself, but I have too much love for civilization. An S blueprint. What's an S blueprint? I know a P is pirate, H is hegemony. Oh, it'll be Syndrian Dictat. Never mind. I'm good. I know. It's fine. I'm not going to buy a kite, though. Well, actually, I kind of almost might because it would improve. 15k? No, I have got limits to how much I'm willing to just buy their friendship. Oh, S is a stock kite. Kind of a trophy thing, really. Maybe I'll look for it. Talk to the woman who looks disappointed or find out what the shady woman with the off-brand datapad is bothering people about. Let's go and find out. You help me move 30 units of harvested organs to Myrath. A quick hop of 2 light years for 43,000 credits. No need to involve the authorities. No inspections. No tariffs. No. No. That's a flat-out no. They would not allow me nearby. I'm sorry, Captain, is it? I don't mean to be abrupt, but I really need to secure a delivery of 100 units of supplies as soon as possible. Selector says, I'm willing to pay above market value, 270 per unit if you're interested. Okay. Go to Umbra and contact Sural Jumper to arrange the delivery. Very well. There you go, deliver the supplies. Nice and easy. That improved by 2. Whoa! 65. We're getting there. I'd personally buy the blueprint just because it'd be fancy. Doubly so if it's a faction I want to be friends with. Yeah, maybe I will actually. If it's some sort of trophy thing, then I think I can afford to. Sure. That actually improved by 3. That was well worth it. That was actually well worth it. I was expecting that to be 1. Alright, that made a big difference. Getting close to that 50, minus 50, where we'll be able to actually start docking with pirate stations without having to be stealthed. You're the only streamer I know that isn't playing Elden Ring. Yeah, I know. A load of people have jumped on that. I kind of felt... I'm already playing one game which I know a lot of people are trying to avoid spoilers for, and that is Horizon Forbidden West. But I'm playing that game because I am desperately excited about playing it. But even still, I chose not to stream that tonight to afford people a little bit more time to get ahead of me if they have the game. Yeah, I felt that if I did that with 2 games, that would have been rough. Basically, my streams would have been a minefield for my viewers. Revenge! You and your gift subs. Thank you so much, mate. 40% of the way to a level 2 hype train. What are the benefits of being friends with the pirates? Well, they won't attack your colonies if they're friends with it, which is a nice change. But other than that, I actually don't know. I was just curious what would happen. Right. Is there anything else we want to do here? I don't really think... Well, actually, no, there is at least one more thing to do here, and that is set up our ship. Oh, thank you very much, Magali Jim. Or rather, Magali Jim. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Right, let's unmothball this and immediately set you up. So first, strip. Next, we're going to go over here. We're going to remove... Actually, let me... yeah, we're going to remove that. A flash bomber strike drone. What? What? I got a remnant drone? I didn't even know you could get things like this. I should try and sleep. 7 a.m. has gone news. Yeah, actually, that's right. It is 7. Oh, you shouldn't have reminded me how late it was getting, because I got things I need to do. Hashtag blame Rose. All right. We're going to set up the ship, but then I'm going to have to wrap up the stream at that point. But I had no idea that there were remnant fighters that you could get. So the Flash Bomber, an autonomous AI fighter bomber. The Flash carries an advanced phase proximity charge payload, which employs the principles of the phase cloak to destructive ends. Base repair time in seconds, 18 seconds. Maximum engagement range, 4,000. One proximity charge launcher. The replacement rate, okay, cycle weapon info. Deploys low-velocity proximity charges with an impressive blast radius, especially devastating against fighters, but also effective versus armored targets. Okay. Let's pop that in here, then. Though, realistically... I think I'm going to take the Flash Bomber instead of the Longbow. Then we've already got 2 of these available, though. That's quite nice. I could swap these over to broadswords, but I actually don't need to. I don't need to do that right now. Because I've got enough Xiphos that I can field this by itself. So this will just purely be a support. Like, this is going to exist to escort my larger carrier. And it will just field support fighters. Folks here are very generous. Yes, they are. I am very fortunate to have such a fantastic community. Do the pirates actually stop bothering you in the base game? I thought that was an Nex or Island feature. If you become friendly with them, they do, but that's especially difficult without Nex. I'm glad to be doing a challenge run. I'm afraid that that I will have to ramp up the stream, though, once we're done setting all of this up. I have got places to be now that the world has awoken around me. Right. In terms of the autofit, machine gun, a lot of Pelham launchers, Salamander MRM pod. That's probably not bad at it as well. Let's see, what have we got? Got the Salamander MRM pod. I mean, being able to disable enemies is quite nice. The Pelham, also quite nice. What do you reckon, chat? Salamander or Pelham? This can engage at the same range that the fighters themselves can engage at. This one is half that range, but it'll stop things being able to move, where this is more of a finisher than anything else. I think we might go with the Pelum, but I'm very much open to your input on this. Dual light machine guns, I think, on both of these. Oh, wow. This is an especially expensive ship. Let's not do that then. Vulcan cannons here and here. How about that Pelum? Yeah, the Pelum is the cheaper of the two. But yikes, the Xiphos fighters are expensive, though. All sorts are significantly cheaper. Talon Interceptors, also very nice. Once we've taken out other fighters, I guess. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad one, but I would like these. But that gives me, like, no flux removal. I guess we actually, our flux dissipation is fine. When you think about it. These are only really there for shooting down incoming missiles. I mean, having this there does mean that we can dissipate flux from the shield. Yeah, skimping on the P point defense is an option here. I could just go light machine guns then. I'm not really sure how much I need in terms of ends for this. But I could have a broadsword in here at this point. Flare launcher and 2 light machine guns. I think that actually gives us a pretty solid ship. It doesn't have anything else added to it, though. It's just the issue. Getting efficiency overhaul would be glorious, but I can't possibly afford it. Expanded flight deck would also be wonderful if I could afford it. That's 8. That's true. If the Condor actually needs vents, then something terrible has happened. I could have the expanded deck crew now. I could have the efficiency overhaul. So the expanded deck crew decreases fighter replacement rate to reduces the rate at which the fighter replacement rate decreases due to fighter losses by 10%, increases the rate at which it recovers by 20%, and increases the crew required by 20 per fighter for the fighter bay. Efficiency will just drastically improve the ship overall. But I don't think we necessarily need that. I think we can just go with expanded deck crew. And then we'll just have capacitors then. Doesn't really matter. They can all be linked. Doesn't matter at all there. We will actually go with support carrier because that is literally the role. And finally, we're going to need one name. And we've got one prepaid name left. So it's time once more for Nightbot to do some work. What should we go with? What kind of keyword do we want? We will go with... Hashtag Fez. Because fezzes are cool. Along with bow ties and sneakers and sonic screwdrivers. Meh, may as well. Alright. Let's roll and see who gets the name. Boom. It is Sol. Marvellous. Right. Let's get you named. There you go. I have bow ties. Does that mean I get it automatically? No. Sadly not. But now that we have this here, we are actually going to drop the venture, I think. I think it's time for the venture to go. As glorious as you are, the Condor is actually better. Since it can have more people on it. More fighters on it. So let's get you over here. Tunk. Finish. I mean, you're not the best person for this role simply because energy weapons, but oh well. See if there's someone who's better for it. Maybe you? Actually, yeah. We'll swap you into place. There you go. I'm not sure you're particularly good on that ship, but that's just the way that's going to have to be. Alright. Now then. Let us reposition the fleets. You're now going to be here. Well, yeah. I guess I'll put you there. Tunk. And you get sold for 8,294 credits. Pomp. Alright. Let us... oh, we can't repair because we're not here officially. But what we can do is we can have this simulated. Run a simulation. I'm going to field you along with this. Deploy. And then we are going to throw an equal number of points against you. So about 50 points. We're not going to make it like frigates and other things because honestly that would just be a game over. A battleship would also be game over. We could throw you against the the strike carrier here. That would be an amusing fight, but it would be a very one-sided one. Maybe I should add in a couple of extra ships. Sure. And we will add... pop you against something chunky. Alright. Want you supporting them. I want you supporting them. And I guess you two can support them as well. No, actually, I kind of want you down there. Alright. Let's get the show on the road. I need to make sure that... oh, right, you're already... yeah, I'm actually piloting that one. So that's fine. We've got an awful lot of protection here. And it's already overloaded, my lord. Just as the bombers arrive, oh my god, they are destroying it. Well, you know, me worrying about the composition of this being a little bit one-sided if we didn't add more ships. Apparently, those worries were I hadn't found it. Fighters are dangerous, yo. They're just massive overkill. You are actually a threat to my fighters, though. You've got... No, actually, that being said, the hard counter for this ship was strike groups, which is literally what this fleet is built around. Flame out going on. And that is probably the game over for them. Yep. Okay, after this we're going to run another simulation with just the carriers. Hello, are we winning? We kind of are, Gina Prime, yes. This combat reminds you of Cosmoteer. It does, doesn't it? Cosmoteer is such a fantastic game. Every now and then I boot that back up and play it again. Pop. Alright, let's throw them against a bit of a nastier battle. So, run simulation. We will deploy only with the backup of the Condor. Okay, never mind. I'm going to have to run it with the Condor because that's the only way I can enforce that it has the 85% battle readiness. That's fine. And deploy. And then we will deploy a reasonable group. Let's grab you and these two, and sure. We'll pop this in again. Basically, what we just fielded. Actually, that might be a little bit more, but how about instead? It's just slightly more. 2v2. Carriers. The... Are you actually following? Could be. Carriers versus... strike craft. Well, they're not strike craft, that's what the fighters are. Assault craft, I guess. The ability to deal a huge amount of flux early on, though, is absolutely crippling. There we go. And now the bombers... Those remnant bombers are just lethal. I love them. They're taking a bit of firepower now, but that's already half hull, though. Our main carrier is just... Why are you charging in? Ballsy frontline carrier. I love it, but I also hate it. They're like, nope. 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 .jtbg. No, the Pelum's actually hit, yeah. Surprising. And pop. And come the remnant bombers. Yeah, the strike craft are just absolutely lethal. And pop. I never actually flew the Aurora. I always flew the Talon Shipworks Yari or the Sunder. Though the Aurora is the closest vanilla equivalent to that I can get. I'll have a look at that now. Alright, well that was pretty decisive. Once again, we'll do one more simulation. Let's pop you in and deploy. And against us, we will have the Aurora you asked for. Well, I mean, well, we just had that. Sorry, I didn't quite understand. I thought you were talking about a different ship. Let's throw the Astral. We'll have carriers versus carriers. Theirs is a significantly better one than ours, sadly.
Looking dapper.
Here, Dark Guardsman, thank you ever so much for the 5 months, buddy. Right. Let's have a watch at how this goes down. Watch you, since you tend to be a lot more aggressive. Right, what kind of ships have we got here? Doesn't actually allow me to check. That is a shame. Alright. Oh, that is a massive just fighter brawl in the middle there. My lord. That one's quite heavily fluxed. Its shield is up now, but a lot of flux there. Responding in kind, however. Need those Xiphos fighters to help with point defense, please and thanks. It's got better range. But it is not having an opportunity. What on earth is that missile doing? Not really having much of an opportunity to vent its flux. We've got better flux management right now. The Condor is doing its job, which is literally keep the main carrier safe. Ooh, that's a lot of nastiness coming in. We've just taken a pounding on the front there. And it has managed, well, it's almost managed to drop its flux back down. Got a lot of energy point defense. Condor is staying way back, which is actually a little bit of a pain. It would be good if it could get involved a little bit more. Sadly, that doesn't seem to be happening. And now it's getting to drop all of its flux. That is a problem. Oh, that being said... Oh no, I was looking at the hull on something else. I was like, how did that hull damage happen? Alright. Now everything is kind of involved, but... sadly, our flux is a lot worse and our hull is a lot worse too. Oh, reassembly. That's a fantastic blast from the past, my lord. Okay. Getting to vent flux now. Honestly, this is a good battle to watch. This one carrier is worth both of these and then some, so I'm kind of impressed with how much damage we've been able to apply. Very impressed with how much damage we've been able to apply. Though it does honestly feel like both of them are throwing the same amount of ordnance at each other. If the Condor would deploy its fighters a little bit more defensively, I think it would help a lot. Ooh, that's a lot of pain there. That was a lot of pain. That flux is a nasty build-up here. Sadly, all of the bombers just got absolutely blatted there. We took a lot of damage. Condor's hanging back a little bit too aggressively. Now we're being punished. Everyone venting flux. Go. You're going to need to get a little bit more aggressive with the point defense there. Okay, good. I think it partially comes down to where the Xiphos fighters are when the missiles and the torpedoes start showing up. If they happen to be regrouping, then it's fine. Ooh, we are taking a lot of punishment here. For no good reason, it seems. Not sure how we can hold on to this. Yeah, this is a case where the player pilot would have done a lot better. If the Legion had been a lot more aggressive, then I think they would have come out a lot better overall. Why? That being said, oh, I thought that asteroid was about to take out a bunch of fighters. I was about to say, that's amazing. You just played snooker with an asteroid. Lots of flux issues there. I'm going to tell the Condor to stop projecting this. And I'm going to see how this plays out. If the Condor gets a little bit more involved. I mean, ultimately the Condor doesn't really want to get too involved. It's only got fighters. But still. Not sure how many... Oh wow, that actually managed to clear quite a lot. I don't know how many wings of fighters this can deploy, but it does seem to be able to deploy an awful lot. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, the Legion is dropping its shields at very odd times. Like, it's easily got the flux to manage the incoming missiles, but it'll drop it here and there as if it's trying to preserve its flux, which makes sense only when it is actually trying to preserve its flux, though. Which it's just not doing. What the... Oh, I think this actually has the means to teleport its fighters back, which is quite a useful ability, that one. I think ultimately the Astral is going to win this one. We just lack the means to really put pressure on it. Except maybe we could now? I don't know. Only if the Condor actually gets involved, but... I think they've won this engagement. Yeah, they have. Well, I hate to end with a defeat, but... how do you exit out of the sim? I hate to end on not being able to end. I suspect that the moment this breaks, the Condor is dead. Yeah, the Condor's almost dead just from the explosion. I mean, literally the moment that broke. That is hilarious. That was actually hilarious. Well, there we go. It's already dead. It's okay. No, it's fine. You don't need... Wow. Savage. But with that that defeat hanging in there, I am still actually really happy with that loadout. I think this is going to make our carriers so much better. But I am a little bit uncertain about this in a way. I feel that maybe having a bomber would have been a better call. Just what kind of bomber? Go for the Piranha bomber, I guess. Or a longbow. Did you know a vessel explodes the same as its flux capacity? I did not. That's actually pretty cool. That's really cool. There's no easy way of me getting a bomber on this. I would need... well, I could drop the expanded crew, deck crew, I suppose. Or drop one of the cannons. That's the other thing I could do. And pop on a Kopesh or a longbow, maybe. The Trident torpedo bomber is quite a nice one, but obviously very expensive. I don't know. I think I'd probably go for the Kopesh in exchange for dropping one light machine gun and the capacitor. I think that's the way we'll roll with this. It's meant to be a support carrier, but it's not really much of a support carrier now because it is actually built to send out its wings. But it'll basically follow around the larger carrier. Just add a little bit of extra oomph to things. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to set this up. But I'm afraid that is going to be it for today. Pause it there. I have had so much fun jumping back into Starsector. Hopefully it won't be as long of a gap before the next time we visit it. As ever, the VODs will be being uploaded over on Aavak After Hours. You can type !archives in chat to get a link to my VOD channel on YouTube, along with other things that are currently being uploaded, which I think is Project Zomboid, and soon to start seeing the uploads from my Horizon Forbidden West streams as well. But for Starsector, I'm afraid, whilst we orbit around Umbra, the rocky ice world, I have to say,